That's suspicious. That's weird.
What's going on out there? Welcome back to my channel. You already know the drill. If you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. I do have 2 pages now. I've got my original page, With Love Jaye, and I've also got this page, Walk in Purpose. So please do me a big favor, show some love, go subscribe, drop me a comment, and let me know what's on your mind. So, about George Floyd, in Ohio, there was a mural in which his face was painted on the side, along with other murals. Interestingly enough, after a storm, there was lightning that struck only his face and crumbled the bricks on which his face was painted. I'm gonna play the clip for you guys. Let me know what you think.
Catches your eye is something that just reminds you of this the north end of Toledo.
Tremaine Mitchell runs by this part of Summit Street at the intersection of LaGrange all the time. When he gets here, he knows he's home. But instead of this catching his eye Tuesday, it was this. The George Floyd mural, painted on the side of the old Mugshots bar, crumbled into a pile of broken bricks.
Right before that storm hit, I just pulled in my driveway, and it wasn't down. I would have noticed it right away. I noticed it when they put it up. I would have noticed it when it came down.
A witness told Toledo firefighters they saw a lightning strike hit the building. A city inspector says there are no concerns about the structure as a whole. The building part is fine, but it's the outer layer of brick that now has to come down.
It was beautiful, actually, when it was up. I hope they redo it.
Right now, it sounds like that's the plan. A City of Toledo spokesperson says they're going to work with the Arts Commission to build a new mural there or find it a new home. The artist, David Ross, finished it in July 2020. Since then, it's been a site where people have gathered for memorials to remember George Floyd. Now those moments here will have to also include the memories of the mural.
This is going to be a tough one to kind of walk by now and not see the mural that reminds us where we are and just how far we came as a country.
This man really said that this mural helps him to remember just how far this country has come. As if George Floyd had anything to do with the furthering of the country. This is the exact stupidity that makes me question humanity. You know, I have no way of knowing whether or not this was truly from God, but it seems a lot like a sign from God. I mean, really, what are the odds of lightning striking an exact location in one area only? No other mural was disturbed on this wall, only the face of George Floyd. Now, my personal conviction is that this was truly a sign from God. Over the past couple of months, America has deified George Floyd as if he was a god, as if he was an idol, as if he was this person who needed special remembrance. Now, am I disrespecting this man's death in any way? No, not at all. What I am saying is that the image of this man being a saint has now caused the world to deify him. There are many people who have died under the hands of the police. Did they receive the same type of memorial as George Floyd? Absolutely not. Why people chose specifically to magnify the name of George Floyd, I don't understand. The man was a criminal. He was a thug. He held a gun to a pregnant woman's belly. He was a drug addict. There are many things that this man did. He did porn. This man did not live a life that gained him the honor and recognition that the world gave him. He has a statue. A criminal, a drug addict, and a man who has violated a woman and an unborn child has a statue made of brass at that. People are coming to take pictures, coming to sit on his lap, coming to sit up next to him as if he was Martin Luther King, as if he was this glorious activist in the world. Wrong. It's a bit concerning And it just makes me look at people like, losing a little bit of hope in humanity here. But back to the original subject. This is what happens when you make a God out of a man who did not deserve the recognition that he was given. If the world was going to paint faces and build statues for all of the people who were killed under the hands of police brutality, why doesn't Breonna Taylor have a statue? Why doesn't she have murals painted all around the world? Why doesn't Ahmaud Arbery have a statue, paintings all around the world? Why doesn't Tamir Rice have a statue, paintings all around the world? Why doesn't Emmett Till have a statue with paintings all around the world? Why doesn't Trayvon Martin have a statue with paintings all around the world? There is nothing wrong with holding a remembrance for someone who has died. However, when you cross the line into making these people idols, into making these people gods, into deifying them, that is where I draw the line. George Floyd did absolutely nothing for his community but wreak havoc. He was not an activist. There was nothing that he did to advance the Black people, nor his community, nor any other agenda. So am I mad that this lightning struck down this man's face? Not at all. This makes me think of how the Most High was destroying all of the false gods of Baal, all of the false gods of Babylon. We are living in Babylon, and this is a perfect example of how there are so many false gods being praised and being lifted up. It's doing nothing but stirring up the wrath of the Most High. When you think back to the Old Testament, there was instant judgment. There was instant wrath. When you disobeyed God, when you served other gods, the Most High would literally open up the ground to swallow you. He would strike you down. He was burning cities instantly. He was turning women into pillars of salt. There was instant judgment. So do I believe that there's a coincidence that this man's face got zapped off the side of a building? Not at all. I absolutely believe that this was the wrath of the Most High God. Just a small sign, just something to grab the attention. So I'm telling you, y'all need to wake up. Turn away from the false gods. Turn away from the idolatry. Open up the Bible. Get to know God. Get to learn Him. Repent from all the things that have been keeping you from His glory. Accept Him into your life, because we're living in the last times. There is not much more time before the man of lawlessness will be revealed. And that's when stuff will really hit the fan. There's really no more time to be wasting, teeter-tottering in and out of faith, in and out of what you want to believe in. But please do rebuild it, because I would love to see God strike it down again. You know, there are people who question God. There are people who don't believe in God. There are people who refer to God disrespectfully as Sky Daddy, saying that God is not real. But I think this is just a small token, just a small symbol of what God can do. And I think that there are people who don't even believe in God who are saying, that's pretty questionable. A lot of the things that we see on the news is because of the judgment of God. And the great judgment is upon us. The great judgment is coming. So let this be an example to not only you, but to the rest of the world, that God will show you exactly who's God. Thank y'all for tuning in. The small rant is over. If you haven't already, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and be sure to hit the notifications bell so that you can receive updates on when other videos are posted. Bye.